Hello Tokusatsu community, welcome back to my SODO Sundays series here on the Toy Store YouTube channel. This is the series where I cover all the latest SODO, Yudo, and Shodo line news of the figure lines from Japan. Today we just have some Kamen Geo news for set 4 and that EX set that we mentioned last week, so let's get right into it. So last time on SODO Sundays we had talked about the full lineup of set 3, which is releasing here at the end of November. At the end of December though, set 4 will be out, and we finally have our first reveal in the form of the O's armor. The O's armor is pretty much what you would expect it to be. You have a box that has the Taka and the Bata parts, and a box that has the Tora parts along with the stand. And just like the Forze armor from set 3, you need that special body, I guess. I think it's kind of a special body, but you need that more akin to set 1 version than the armor body to make this work, because O's is a little bit more involved. And they even show off the fact that because of the O's design and how it works, the driver piece is a little bit different this time. They actually included a different driver piece that will allow it to still be able to turn and not get in the way of the articulation of the figure or a bump against the armor or anything like that. So that was a nice inclusion. And they even included a separate head for the Taka, so you can have like the Taka in its Taka mode, and then for the O's armor head. So you have the armored head, and then you just have the Taka piece, which is a nice little inclusion because you can make the little animal forms of Taka, Tora, and Bata for this. And yeah, it looks pretty good. That does mean though that the O's armor is taking up 3 whole slots in set 4, which is a little bit much, but I mean, it's basically the Forze armor version of this. The EX set, which I talked about last time, I theorized could be another Riders, but what it actually ended up being was the Time Majin. So the Time Majin, or the Tide Majins, as we like to say over on Our Are the Streets, a little plug there. The Time Majin, which is the time machine vehicle that they use in the show, will basically be the only thing that's in the EX set. It's a miniature version, obviously. Still has the articulation, still has a ride watch on the center of it. They actually are including a separate piece that looks like an O's ride watch, so you can put that in place of the Geo ride watch in the center of it, or at the head of it. And they kind of mentioned that there would be more parts to it. I'm guessing that would be parts to make it look like the Tajo Dole version, which we see in episode 10. That's just a guess. There's still possibility that maybe we'll get the Captain Ghost and the Castle Doran pieces, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, if we're making one version of the Time Majin, we still need the Gates version, and we need all the different Time Jacker versions, I guess. I would want them personally, but we'll see what SODO does. It is nice that they're at least giving us one. And they're also including this with it, the Ride Striker, which is Geo and Gates' bike. So the bike will actually not end up taking a slot in the main sets, which is kind of nice. Because in the X8 and build line, well, X8 made more sense, but in the build line, the machine builder actually took up an entire slot. So, or 2 slots really, in set 4 of that last year. So it's nice that this isn't taking up spots for armors like the Gaim armor or O's or anyone else that we're getting soon, which is nice. Also, finally, before we end this episode, last time on SODO Sundays, we had a commenter, Akiba Silver, who had said that the build sets, or the Geo sets featuring build, and I said they could be Rabbit Dragon or something like that. I had completely forgotten that the V-Cinema forms for the Cross movie were a thing. Kamen Rider Kilbis and then Cross Evil. Those are probably going to be in there as well, just like last year. So Cross Evil and Kilbis and then Rabbit Dragon are the only forms besides Prime Rogue that don't have a release to them yet. Prime Rogue does have a release coming eventually, we just haven't seen the pictures of it yet, but that is a thing that's happening. But those 3 forms don't have anything yet, so those Geo sets featuring build that we talked about for next year, those probably have those forms in there. Well, that's all there is to say this week for SODO Sundays Season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure, if you like this, check out my other content over at Toku Topics. You can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey. You can check out my podcasts that I'm on, the Toku Teens Podcast and RR The Streets. And until next time, guys, Tokusatsu forever.